Why is nobody talking about the Oriental Brothers? After the Biafran War ended in 1970, Eastern Nigeria was a shadow of itself. Families had been torn apart, cities reduced to rubble, and an entire generation left to pick up the pieces. It wasn't just a physical war, it was an emotional and psychological one too. The wounds ran deep and the pain of loss was unbearable. In the midst of this darkness, something beautiful emerged, a sound that would help heal the broken hearts of the Igbo people. That sound was the Oriental Brothers International Band. This wasn't just a band, it was a movement, a voice, a source of comfort for a people who had lost so much. The legends who gave us hope, the Oriental Brothers, were not just musicians. They were storytellers, cultural warriors, and healers. Their music gave people a reason to smile again, to dance, to believe that tomorrow could be better. The Oriental group consisted of 5 immensely talented young men: Godwin Kabaka Opara, Ferdinand Dansak Emeka Opara, Levinus Aquila Alaribe, Fred Icheta Ahomareze, Christogonos Ezebiro, Dr. Saworio Obinna. They started small, performing at easygoing hotels in Owerri, owned by Chief James Ewele Azubike, but their music was too powerful to remain in one place. Before long, they became a sensation, not just in Igbo land but across Nigeria and even beyond. Their music, filled with wisdom, heartbreak, love, and hope. They sang about the struggles of ordinary people, about unity, about resilience for a people trying to rebuild their lives after war. Their music was a balm to the soul. Like every great family, the Oriental Brothers had their own share of disagreements. The major split happened in 1977 when Kabaka Opara left to form Kabaka International Guitar Band. Others follow. Ichita and Levinus Alaribe formed the Great Oriental Band, while Aloysius Anyanwu also broke away after a copyright dispute. Through it all, Dr. Saworio and Dansat Opara held the group together, bringing in new musicians and kept the fire burning. But even their partnership couldn't last forever. In 1980, after releasing the hit album Obiwanne, they too went their separate ways. Dr. Saworio formed Dr. Saworio and his Oriental Brothers International Band. Dansat Opara continued as Oriental Brothers International Band, led by Ferdinand Emeka Opara. Though they now had different names, one thing remained the same: their music that touched the soul. For the Igbo people, their music was more than melodies. They were therapy. They made people forget their struggles, even if it was just for a moment. They reminded everyone that Igbo culture was still alive, that no matter what had happened, the spirit of Ndi Igbo was unbreakable. Dr. Saworio introduced the concept of Oyorema, a term that describes the refined feeling of rhythmic movement and balance in music. His style gave high life a new dimension, making it richer and more soulful. Some of their greatest hits include Amahim Onyenwowa, a reflection on identity and self-worth; Nwaanyị Weze, a song about marriage and respect; Onye Sinani Ya Biri, a powerful reminder that no one lives in isolation; Obiwanne, a call for unity and love among brothers; Ọchịchị Nigeria, a political song about the state of the nation; Ofe Owerri, a celebration of Owerri's rich culture. Each song was a message, a lesson, a story told in the most beautiful way. Currently, only 2 of the legends remain. Time, as always, has taken its toll, but their music lives on. Every time an Oriental Brothers song plays, it carries the memories of a people who refused to be broken, to remind us of a time when music was more than entertainment. It was a lifeline. The war may have tried to silence the Igbo spirit, but the Oriental Brothers made sure it would sing forever. Tell me in the comments one of Oriental Brothers songs that is your favorite.